Hey everybody. Oh, dropped my pen. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. I am doodling a sketch cover for Kickstarter award backers. I just wanted to remind everyone that backed the campaign for Cyst, the Skin Grafter. You gotta fill out your surveys. Go to cystcomic.com or fill out the survey in the email. If you misplace the email, you can go to cystcomic.com, which takes you to the Kickstarter page, and that'll help you that'll prompt you to fill out the survey. So make sure you fill out your surveys, and I'll send you your awesome rewards. Everything is in, I think. I'll double check, but just doing some sketch covers for backers, and yeah, these are always fun to do. I feel like the paper that they used for the sketch covers, it's real nice, very nice. I'm sleepy today. Been drawing at night, which is great. I like drawing at night. It's a real relaxing time, but I get tired, which is fine. Okay to be tired. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Of course, this is live streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Batlantic Studios, and on my YouTube at zonedistraction.com, and Facebook, and yeah, go to batlanticstore.com if you want to get a copy of Cyst issue number 1. First, they'll be going out to backers and the people that helped to bring it to life, and then I'll be sending it out to other people that want to get a copy, because normally I'd take these to conventions and offer them to people at conventions, but looks like there's very few conventions currently happening. New York just canceled, and there's a couple small ones, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to them. Too much going on right now. And yeah, if you're watching the replay, post a comment. Love to hear from people. I was on a lot when the Kickstarter campaign was going on. I was doing a lot of lives and doing a lot of posts, so I had to pull back a little bit from that schedule of just constantly, because I got to get work done, and that's the thing, is that during a Kickstarter campaign, anybody that's run a Kickstarter campaign knows it's a full-time thing, but once it's over, you got to make the stuff. And so really I've been spending last week and this week just really trying to focus on producing content, so making comics, drawing a lot, which has been really, really nice, trying to stay motivated. A lot of news in the news, so a lot going on. So hopefully everybody is doing well and staying safe. But it's a lot going on. Comic books is not immune to everything. Obviously, we've seen as things have progressed that it's been a challenging year, and challenging year for publishing, challenging year for comic books, but really it makes you appreciative of what you do have, and I have the opportunity to draw and make content that people like and create characters I'm excited about and reach people individually that dig what I'm doing, and I'm incredibly appreciative and grateful for that, because you see just how difficult and challenging it can be if you know, I've worked for companies before, I've worked for corporations before. It's tough, it's tough. It's hard. There's some great benefits to it. There's some real downsides, and hopefully everyone that's affected by everything that's going on is able to stay safe and stay healthy and keep their head up. But yeah, if anybody wants to talk about any of that stuff privately, I'm happy to talk about it. It doesn't necessarily affect me specifically, but a lot of the stuff that's going on does remind me of what it was like to work at a company, and it's tough, a lot of challenges. So I get it. I understand. I empathize. That's the word. I empathize with people who are dealing with stuff like that. But let's look at what we do have, and we do have, as creative people, it's always about the art for me. It's always about drawing, creating characters, writing stories. That's where I get the juice from. That's my juice. That's what gets me up in the morning, making stuff. I get to make stuff every day. Even days like today where I'm really tired because I work too late. Even days like today, still I'm excited to make stuff. I hope that whatever you're doing, wherever you are, you're working on stuff that you love, you're passionate about. Because I've worked on things that I just needed to get done before, and it's always demoralizing. So much more fulfilling and exciting to work on things that you're passionate about and excited about. It makes a huge difference. Because it used to be I would watch the clock, right? So you'd always be like, 4 more hours, 3 more hours, 2 more hours. How can I make this bearable? But I don't have that now, and I don't miss that clock watching. It was just tough. It's a tough way to live, counting down the minutes. Brutal. So we're counting down the days, like, I got another so many days till I can not have to do this or do that. You start wishing time away, and then all of a sudden you're like, 13 years have passed. Wishing time away that whole time. Oops. That's not a healthy way to live. But the way I'm living now, my best life. I hope you're living your best life. Sounds like an inspirational speech. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Seize the diem. Carpe the diem. Those are my characters. Cyst, for my comic book, Cyst, the Skin Grafter, issue number 1, going out to Kickstarter backers. That's right. If you backed it, you're getting a book. And, which is fun, right? That's fun. It's a fun thing. If you didn't back it, what's wrong with you? Go to BatlanticStore.com, grab a copy. They're going out to Kickstarter reward backers first, but then after that, normies get them. Keep meaning to refill my ink thing. I keep forgetting. Let's try that. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That makes a cool wine. Looks like it's like smoke. I'm digging that. Hey, what's up, Adam? I was just saying that Kickstarter surveys have gone out. So people go to systcomic.com or fill out the survey that I emailed you. If you didn't get the email survey, go to systcomic.com. Fill out the survey there. It's available there also at the top of the page. And yeah, books are going to be heading out and everybody's reward stuff. And I put a little spot in the reward questionnaire where it's like, did you increase for anything? Because the tricky part when you're doing all those, when doing add-ons or bonus stuff, I write it down and I want to make sure if someone's like, oh yeah, I remember this, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I wrote that down, or oh geez, I heaven forbid forgot. But if for some reason I did forget, of course I can just mail things out separately later. But you know, sometimes not everything is done. But if there is any additional items or things that people wanted, and people can still add stuff too. If they go to battleanticstore.com and they're like, oh man, I didn't have money at the time to get the Versus issue 0. It's like, well, that's totally cool. I mean, I can send it with your rewards if you go to battleanticstore.com and grab one. Then I'll just stick it in the package with the other stuff. I like to try to make it as easy as I can for everybody. And I want them to have, you know, any books that they want to have. And the fun thing about the Versus comic and this stuff is awesome. Thanks, Adam. I love when people fill out their surveys. It's like, yes. It's one of those things that I have done this before where I'll get a survey and I think, you know what? I will remember this. I'll just fill this out later. And I'm sure everybody that's ever backed a Kickstarter has done that where they're like, I'll just fill this out later. I'm busy right now. And then you forget. Or it just slipped my mind before. And then it's like I've had the creators reach out to me and it's like, hey, didn't you want that thing? Like, I sent you a survey. Like, I can't send you your stuff unless you fill out your survey. I'm like, oh man, I feel so silly. Of course I want that thing. That's why I backed it. So I try to just remind people, and you know, just there's a lot going on in the world right now. And if you know, I realize that filling out a Kickstarter survey for some people is not high on their to-do list, but you know, I do hope that if people do get those surveys, that they're able to fill them out as quickly as possible, just so they can get their stuff, so I can make sure that they get all the rewards that they backed for. Because I want everybody to get the stuff. I want everybody to have the things they were pledged for. So I can move on to the next thing and make the next thing and then send them that thing too. Yeah, doing some fun little sketch covers for backers. And of course, if anyone wants additional sketch covers or rewards, let me know. Shoot me a message. If you're like, oh, I didn't get a Syst sketch cover or drawing book version, I'll make one for you if you want it, for sure. I've got some blanks available. And it's fun, you know, fun to get a sketch cover with my art on the outside and the inside. I love getting stuff like that from people. It's kind of a nice little, and I appreciate it, you know, it helps me to keep making stuff. Alright, so that's what this looks like. Very dry here today, so I'm having a tough time getting the ink to flow. Humidity and temperature affects the paper and it affects the ink. This brush is looking a little jinkies. Yeah, so I'm going to keep drawing this sketch cover, but if anyone wants a Syst issue 1 sketch cover, let me know. Shoot me a message. I'll be happy to hook them up if there's a thing, if they forgot to get one during the campaign, or they didn't have the ability to get one during the campaign, it's never too late. I will send them one now. Just shoot me a message, and I'll hook them up. Or go to batlanticstore.com. You can order one right through there. The Cyst Blank is available. The Cyst variant, Cyst Standard, Cyst Blank, or Cyst Blank with a drawing. All of them available right now at batlanticstore.com. Yeah, and I love drawing my monster characters. Like, someone was like, geez, don't you draw, like, pretty things? And it's like, I don't know, those things are kind of pretty to me. Right? I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, this ink is not dry. It is. Some days, like, you can't stop the ink from just drying up. Today it's like damp. I know I said that it's because it's not humid, but I think it's because it is humid. I don't know. I'm not a weatherman. So I got these new colored pencils. It's just the colored pencil, like 2mm leads, but it's not lead. It's like 2mm colored pencil. So the thing I hate about doing these colored pencil textures is I gotta sharpen the pencils, right? And I hate using wood pencils. So I've been using these Prismacolors, and it's the same as, I'm like, when they get small, you gotta like wood pen. I'm like, I don't know. I use clutch pencils for everything else. Like, maybe they make colored pencil and clutch pencils. And they do. I call these clutch pencils. I don't know if they're called drafting pencils or technical pencils or mechanical pencils or drop loaders. I've heard them referred to as that before because the graphite like drops. I don't know what they're called. Alright, so I'm going to keep drawing this. And go to batlanticstore.com if you missed out on anything during the Kickstarter campaign. Grab any additional items that you want from there. And I'll hook you up when I send out your rewards. And fill out your surveys. Make sure your billing and everything is up to date. Go to cystcomic.com if you didn't get your email survey or you missed it. You can go to cystcomic.com and fill it out there. A lot of people are filling out their surveys, and I appreciate it. And I'm bagging and boarding and picking and packing and shipping. So just spent the last week and this week doing some art, trying to make some art, and working on the next Create Your Own thing, which is coming up. Hopefully it's going to be the crossover edition. I'm going to cross over all my characters, which if you've read Cyst at the end, kind of get a little sneaky peek of that. So that's hopefully the next thing I get to work on. And then I'll jump back and forth between that and Cyst and Versus and the Oppressors and Warhood. Forever. Right? And then as soon as I finish one thing, roll on to the next thing. The Archive universe rolls on. The Dylanverse. Oh, and if anybody wants to hire me to do sequentials or pinups or covers, or if anybody wants a store variant, or let me know. Always looking to take on new projects while I work on my own stuff. It's good to have some variety. So yeah, shoot me a message if you're like, oh man, I'd love to have you do blah blah blah. I'll be like, oh sweet, I'd love to do that thing. Unless it's something I don't want to do, I'll be like, I don't know if I'm the right guy for that. But if it's something dope, I'll be like, sure, yeah. I'm a freelance artist. You can hire me to make stuff for you. Oof, paper's a little gummy up there. A little gummy right there. All right, I'm gonna keep working on it. Cool. Go to batatlanticstore.com, systcomic.com, and thank you everyone so much for your continued support. Stay strong, stay safe. Bye.